Check, check, check. Good? You can hear me. You can hear me on this. Great. Beautiful. We'll be starting in just a couple of moments, everyone. Just a couple of moments. actually began last night. Yeah, it was Thursday night and Friday night, yeah. Yeah, tomorrow's the 1st. מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Shalom everyone, hine ma tov. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat
Whether you are
Shalom.
watching on Facebook or on YouTube, we're so glad that you are with us this evening as we continue this wonderful tradition of services with you at home. But don't get used to it, because we will be back together soon. I guess we'll have to allow everyone to bring a beverage of their choice into services, though. Thank you for laughing, Cantor. Jason Bronowitz, the Reynolds family rabbinic intern, is with us tonight, which is a good thing. He's going to help lead us in the lighting of Shabbat candles. You can follow along in your prayer books on page 100. We'll always, of course, give you 2 page numbers, just in case you're using a different book. In one book, we are on page 120, and in the other on page 2.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner, lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
And let's all turn now to 138, or page 20, for Lecha Dodi. We will be doing verses 1, 5, and 9.
Ya la 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 lecha dodi, ya la Verse 5,
Turn in your Siddurim to page 145 in the middle. Let's join together in these beautiful words to set our hour together. Teach me, O God, a blessing, a prayer, on the mystery of a withered leaf, on ripened fruit so fair, on the freedom to see, to sense, to breathe, to know, to hope, to despair. Teach my lips a blessing, a hymn of praise, as each morning and night you renew your days. Lest my day be today as the one before, lest routine set my ways. Chatzit Kaddish.
יתקדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ועלמד יברך ירצה וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בקלה פקלה, ובזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם עולם מעלמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם וינשא, ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי לקודשה. בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחה ונחמתה, תמירה בעלמה, ואמרו Amen.
Let's take a moment now to ask for God's blessings upon those who are in observance of Shiva or Shloshim, the immediate 7 and 30 days of mourning. We note that this past week, our congregation lost Dr. Lawrence Larry Frazen, a past president of our board, and really one of the most remarkable gentlemen that I have had the pleasure of meeting, and who has been, along, of course, with his wonderful wife, Fran, and his entire family, really inseparably linked to the history of our congregation these past 50-plus years. And so we are thinking of the Frasons. Of course, we're thinking of the Garbers and the Winograd families as well. But anyone who wishes to stand where you are now so that we may ask for God's blessing again upon you, please do so. Hamakom yinachem etchem betoch sha'ar avilei Tzion v'Yerushalayim. May God console you among those who are grieving in Zion and Jerusalem. Let's now stand, everyone as a community, with our mourners for Baruch Hu, page 146 or 28.
Lai la lai 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 lai. Lai la lai 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 lai. Lai la lai 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 la lai 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 lai. Lai la lai 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 lai. Lai la lai 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 la lai 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 lai. Lai la lai 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 lai. Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Let's all join together in Ma'ariv Aravim 148 or page 30. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidbaro Ma'ariv Aravim b'chokhmah poteach sha'arim u'vitvuna meshane etim u'machalif et hazmanim u'mesader et hakochavim b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono Borei yom v'layla kolel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or.
ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב ערבים.
Ahavat Olam Beit Israel Amcha Ahavta. Let's join together. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them. For they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel.
מאהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto,
be seated. Haftorah 154 or 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Let's all continue together on the top of page 157 or 39. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נעדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה.
Hashkivenu, page 160 and page 42, a poem, a prayer, a piyut that reminds us we aren't the first to feel afraid We're not the first to be scared by darkness, whether it's literal or figurative darkness. And as the numbers keep increasing and we see that people are still suffering and dying from this pandemic, the world remains dark. But as with the rebirth of spring around us, we think of the birth of the world that came tohu vavohu. From chaos and void came this beautiful planet, this beautiful world, this beautiful light, both figurative and real. And so from the depths of our souls and our hearts, and even from our fears and our anxieties, to be scared as a Jew is to be scared with hope, to feel both at the same time. And Hashkivenu captures that for us as we pray together and sing with all our hearts. Fros aleinu sukat shlomecha, God, please shelter us beneath your wings. Please bring on the light so that we can wake up to a world that is renewed and reborn for your goodness.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'hamidenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim.
Thought has blown the marketplace away. There is a song on the wind and joy in the trees. Shabbat arrives in the world, scattering a song in the silence of the night. Eternity utters a day. Vishamru 162 and 44.
Vishamru b'nei Israel et HaShabbat לעשות את השבת לדורות הברית עולם. ושמעו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורות הברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמעו בני ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמעו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לתורתם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לתורתם ברית עולם.
We've now arrived at the central part of our Shabbat service, the Kehilah Amidah, page 164 or page 46, and together let's stand.
Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Adonai sefatai tiftach Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. La 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 la, 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 la la la. Ata Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Vekonei Hakol Vezocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot Umevi Geula Livnei Vnechem Leman Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen Baruch Ata Adonai Magen Avraham Vezrat Sarah Ata Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei HaKol Ata Rav LeHoshia Mohorid Hatal Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Verofech Olim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Bal Gevurot Umito Melach Melech Memit Umechayeh ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. And please join together now on page 173 on the top of the page. We will read together. It's also page 55. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. And let's join together now on page 175 and read together on the bottom. It's also page 57. You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt, and our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward
For the answers
to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship
bring us closer to one another, that
all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai she'otcha levadecha b'yirah na'avod. O God, my soul's companion, my heart's precious friend, I turn to you. I need to close out the noise, to rise above the noise, that noise that interrupts, the noise that separates, the noise that isolates. I need to hear you again. In the silence of my innermost being, in the fragments of my yearned-for wholeness, I hear whispers of your presence, echoes of the past when you were with me, when I felt your nearness, when together we walked, when you held me close, embraced me in your love, laughed with me in my joy. I yearn to hear you again. In your oneness, I find healing. In the promise of your love, I am soothed. In your wholeness, I too become whole again. O God, please listen to our call. Please help us to find the words. Help us to find the strength within. Help us shape our mouths and our voices and our hearts, and yes, our silence, so that we can direct our spirits together collectively and find you. In words, only our hearts can speak. In songs, only our souls can sing, lifting my eyes and our hearts to you. God, enable us to feel that connection, the warm embrace, the light again. And with those words, let's have some time for silent meditation and thoughts and prayers.
And now, a special prayer. Adonai,
I pray we'll find your love
Nisba mitovecha,
and hold it in our hearts.
V'samcheinu,
When stars go out each night,
Yeshuatecha, Shema tefilateinu,
let this be our prayer.
Beit Sarah.
When shadows fill our day,
Lead us to a place.
guide us with your grace.
Give us faith so we'll be safe. Simcha ba'olam, shalom tova uveracha, olam emet, shalom mishpat v'tzedek, verachamim al kol bnei yoshvecha, ben goyei haolam, shalom v'reut, hoyav harachamim.
We ask that life be kind
Chem aleinu,
and watch us from above.
Hagen padeinu,
We hope each soul will find
Benefesh kol chai. Let this be our prayer,
this be our prayer.
just like every child.
Just like every child.
Need to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be safe. Ani maamin be'emunah shlema. Amen.
And thank you, Jackie and Cantor, for those beautiful words of healing, of fullness, and of peace. At this time, we will take a moment to think of those who are in need of healing in our community with the words of Mishaberach on page 371.
Mishaberach Avoteinu Mekol habracha leimoteinu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen.
We wish a refuah shlema, a speedy recovery, to Bill Adler, Stacy Adler, Shirley Friedlander, Gershon Ben Miriam, Max Goldberg, Tina Gomberg, Alana Goldschmidt, Hallie Gratis, Jeff Klein, Janie Andrea Kramer, Label David Ben Sarah Leah, Stacy Megalitis, Nancy Moffett, Russell Pollock, Rabbi Adele Plotkin, Michael Peeler Smith, Trisha Porter, Don Rosenblum, Sally Rosenblum, Kathy Sudhalter, Jim Unruh, Rachmiel Tzvi Ben Devora, and Yosef Ben Miriam. If you are thinking of anyone else who is in need of physical or spiritual healing, I invite you to share their names right now.
Mishaberach imoteinu mekor habracha lavoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We'll read together on the bottom of page 376 the blessing for our country. O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit. Amen. A blessing for the health and healing of healers. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless all those who put themselves at risk to care for the sick, physicians and nurses and orderlies, technicians and home health aides, EMTs and pharmacists. Bless them in their coming home and bless them in their going out. Ease their fear, sustain them. Source of all breath, healer of all beings, protect them and restore their hope. Strengthen them that they may bring strength. Keep them in health that they may bring healing. Help them know again a time when they can breathe without fear. Bless the sacred work of their hands. May this plague pass from among us speedily and in our days. On page 377, Shalu Shlom Yerushalayim Yishlayu Ohavayich. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you prosper. Avinu Shabashamayim Tzor Yisrael Vegoalo Berechet Medinat Yisrael Reshit Smichat Geulatenu. Together, O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. And together we say, Amen. This week, as I was stuck at home, I did something for the very first time. I decided to open up all the windows in my house to bring in light, to bring in fresh air, to feel a little bit less trapped indoors than I was. And that got me thinking about the concept of a window. In the news this week, I read about an Israeli innovation in the midst of coronavirus. The largest hospital in the Middle East, Sheba Medical Center outside of Tel Aviv, was already using its parking lot as an ICU. And it constructed an isolated bereavement unit where families can come to say their final goodbyes to loved ones who have died as a result of COVID-19. And in this special unit, the mourners are separated from their deceased loved ones by a large glass window, allowing them to say their goodbyes without risking infection. In my seminary, the Hebrew Union College, the Los Angeles campus is known for having no windows. For safety, from earthquakes, from violence, the campus only contains a few windows, and you need to know where to seek them out. Up on the highest level of the building, at the very, very top of the library, you can find some light from the outside world. But Judaism tells us that we need windows, particularly to bring us closer to God. A person should only pray in a house with windows, as it says, and the windows of his upper chamber were open toward Jerusalem. Tradition tells us that we should pray in sanctuaries with windows, often at least 12, for the tribes of Israel. But whatever beauty we design into our architecture, Jewish law tells us this purpose is for our focus. Dark spaces may seem small and depressing and confining, keeping us locked in. Prayer, the rabbinic literature tells us, requires expansiveness, the possibility of an open sky, and the light that points heavenward. Josephine Hopper, married to the well-known American artist Edward Hopper, was once asked, "What is the most difficult aspect of being married to a great artist?" She replied, "It took me a long time to realize that when he is looking out the window, he is working." The view outside inspires us, it provokes us, it invites us into an unknown that is generative. Prayer, by that token, should also stimulate the same responses. For the prophet Daniel, his exile was depressing and isolating. He faced big challenges. For him, his window was his longing for Jerusalem. To be in exile for its own state of darkness and paralysis. It stifles autonomy and creativity. It is limiting in the way that a room without windows shuts out light. Symbolically, Daniel's open window was both a portal to another, more utopian life and a reminder not to forget one's most authentic compass point, Jerusalem. You have created for us windows in the sky. Give us the wisdom to see through them, to open them and to be present, to be guided by them, to guide others through them, to embrace them. As it is written in this week's Haftorah, and the royal officer answered the man of God and said, "V'hinei Adonai oseh arubot bashamayim, hayihyeh kadavar hazeh." Behold, if God makes windows in the sky, will this thing come about? Vayomer hincha ro'eh be'einecha. And he said, "Behold, you will see it with your own eyes." This week's Torah portion, Tazria Mitzorah, ironically talks about quarantine, even using the word quarantine. When one comes down with tzara'at, a disease of spiritual impurity, there's a process, a required period of isolation from the community, to bring members of the community from a state of temeh, or impure, to tahor, or pure. It is not the doctors, but the priests in ancient times who must care for those in their communities, even the most vulnerable people at the most vulnerable times. Most interesting to me is the fact that when one is sent out for healing, it is the priest's responsibility to bring them back into the community. Torah describes the responsibility of the priest to those who are the other, those who are quarantined. V'huva el hakohen v'yatza hakohen el michutz lamachaneh. When it has been reported to the priest shall go outside the camp. Those who are outside, the marginalized, the other, those in quarantine, are physically met and escorted back into the community by the priest. The priest cannot rely on hearsay or can wait for those who are outside to come in. His task is to go outside and meet them where they are. The Haftorah provides one of the most powerful images for me. It tells us of God creating windows in the sky, creating these possibilities and opportunities, these amazing things for us to see and take in to create on our own. This act of creation is difficult for us to do today, in a time when we're sitting behind our computers, when we're sitting and on Zoom calls and under meetings and phone calls and homeschooling. It's hard for us to find inspiration and motivation. But even when we're asking how much longer will this go on, how much longer will we be waiting, we'll be stuck at home in quarantine, we find hope through the example of the priest in our portion. How can we all seek to be like the Kohanim in this portion, bringing in those who rely on us in our time of most need? As Moses prays for healing of his sister Miriam, he cries out to God, El na refana la, O God, please heal her. Let us join God in opening these windows in the sky, building on Moses' ancient prayer to find the strength to support one another, even in these most difficult of times, to look through these windows, to experience and take in all that these windows have to offer. Those windows in the Sheba Medical Center, they provide an opportunity to the families of the victims of COVID-19 that many do not get to have. Yoel Har-Even, the chief of staff at Sheba Medical Center, explains that in Judaism and in humankind, saying farewell and goodbye during mourning is very traditional. He continues, in this time of corona, where most of the people that are dying in the intensive care unit, which is isolated with very, very limited access even to the staff, most people cannot say goodbye and cannot say farewell the way that they want. Some of them just want to see the process. Some of them want to pray. Some of them want to say farewell words. Through these windows, may we find possibilities. May we find inspiration, and may we find hope. Bring us together, let us see, for ourselves, for those whom we serve, through your windows in the sky. Let us take in what we are meant to see, to experience and envision all you have set out before us. With our own eyes, grant us the patience, the understanding, and the wisdom to see through your windows. And all nations shall call you happy, for you shall be a delightsome land, said Adonai Tzivaot. God, give us the strength, bless us and watch over us on our own journeys, even in these most difficult days, to do your work, to find the blessings of even small daily miracles, and to fulfill the words of Malachi, your prophet, to look outside our own windows, to create them into the portals to something more holy, more special, and more set apart from our day-to-day routine, and to truly make this a delightsome land. Shabbat Shalom.
Koach. Jason and I did not have this planned, but as far as announcements go, this coming Tuesday, I'll be leading our Lunch and Learn session at noon on Zoom. Another email will be sent out on Monday. And the topic, because it's going to be Yom HaZikaron, Yom HaAtzmaut, Israel Memorial Day, Israel Independence Day, I sort of kept very open. In fact, I think I entitled it, What's Going On in Israel? Because we picked titles a month ago, but I wanted to do something in honor of Israel. And Jason did not know this, but we are going to actually be reading the article from the New York Times about that particular place and that particular hospital. And what I'm hoping that we can do is have a conversation. Both of the conversation first will be Rock B'Yisrael. There's actually a song called Rock B'Yisrael. Oh, baby, ba, 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 ba. That sounds very Israeli, right? By the way, I loved Artik Shoko La Banana earlier, the Cantor sang with our preschool kids an Israeli commercial about different types of popsicles. Anyway, so we're going to be looking at the article about this area at the Bat Shiva Hospital, but I also thought it would be a good opportunity to talk about things that only happen in Israel, like that kind of a setup, but also to talk about mental health, our spiritual health. In Judaism, we don't really differentiate between the two in many ways, because when Jewish law was written, they didn't really have mental health as an academic topic. So we would call it spiritual health, but I want to open up through the prism of this room and what's going on in this area in Israel that could only happen in Israel within this hospital. Talk about what it means to be a mourner, what it means to suffer loss, what it means to feel the feelings that we feel going through this pandemic, and how it triggers so many of our emotions. So we'll talk a little about Israel and celebrate this beautiful ritual that only an innovative Jewish country like Israel could operate. In the parking lot? Well, they would do it in the middle of a field if they had to. Anywhere that there's, drip irrigation. But also talk about ourselves and use that window as a window into our own souls and what we've been experiencing. So that'll be on Tuesday at noon. We'll continue with our daily clergy check-ins, and Cantor is continuing with his class, Meeting the Musical Mind on Zoom next Thursday. Class number 2 will be at 7 p.m. next Thursday, and we're looking forward to that as well. All of the other schedules, I had thought that we would be done with this schedule in April, but we are going to now go in 2 to 3 week increments with our virtual learning and online schedule. We are going to scale certain things back a little bit as we enter into May ahead of the summertime, but nonetheless, you will continue to get your weekly doses of lots of information and learning, and I know we have very much enjoyed every minute spent together as a community these past few weeks online, even though we have not enjoyed not being together. Cantor and I will continue to work on dates for our trip to Israel with members of Pilgrim Rest Baptist Church, which will be either November or December of this year. Mm-hmm. And believe it or not, we're already starting to work on High Holy Days before anyone starts to say, oh, what's going to happen? It's 5 months away. We've got a little bit of time.
A little bit of time, yeah.
We will figure it out, but we are starting to think about Holy Days and looking forward to, beginning our 100th year, our 100th birthday. So for now, we are going to conclude our service here together with Aleinu and Kaddish. Aleinu can be found on page 586 or 282, and together we stand.
Well, right before that, though, let's go ahead and count the 16th day of the Omer.
Every week I do this.
It gets away from you a little bit.
All right, count the Omer.
Let's turn to page 570 or page 278 as we prepare to count the 16th day of the Omer.
Oh, it's my favorite day of the Omer.
הנני מוכן ומזומן לקיים מצוות עשה של ספירת האומר. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו על ספירת האומר. I am ready to fulfill the mitzvah of counting the Omer, our praise to you, Adonai, sovereign of all, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to count the Omer. היום 16 יום שהם שני שבועות ושני ימים לעומר. Today is the 16th day, which is 2 weeks and 2 days of the Omer.
Amen.
Amen.
Can we do Aleinu now?
Yeah, sounds like a good time.
586, 282, please stand.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וכוח עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו כל
זורים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
On this Shabbat, we share our deep sympathies as we note the passing of the following people who were recently laid to their eternal rest, whose families observe Shiva and Shloshim. Barbara Winograd, wife of Dr. Herbert Winograd, mother of Robin Winograd. Alan Garber, father of Dr. Stuart Garber. Dr. Lawrence Frazen, husband of Fran Frazen, father of Lynn Frazen Lerner, father of Barbara Frazen O'Connor. On this Shabbat, we also remember Sam Wilmot, son of Ken and Jennifer Wilmot. And we remember those of our congregational family whose yahrzeits occur this week. Howard Adam, Mina Andrews, Edward Burt, Max J. Brossman, Harry Buxbaum, Lois Channon, Louise Shane Chenfield, Dean Davidson, Julius Fromchuk, Irving Gallen, Joseph Gausner, Dr. S. Groundnick, Florence Herbig, Riva Hildebrand, Barbara Gustorf-Cantor, Zelda Kaplan, Lillian Katzman, Esther Klausner, Stuart Crystal, Nancy Kyle, Leona Jacob Leeds, Benjamin Layden, Ted Levin, David Lowenstein, Sarah Maiden, Freedom Marks, Helene Marks, Phoebe Maurer, Faye Menton, Brad Nadow, Leo Nemerow, Rachel Pingaru, Sylvia Plotkin, Morton Richmond, Linda Rosenthal, Edith Ross, Rose Schaefer, Irving Schwartz, Maud Shapiro, Carl Klein Shapiro, Louis Silverberg, Edward Sobel, Riva Spira, Albert Sudhalter, Joseph Waldinger, Margaret Weiss, Imogene Williams, Warner Wynn. If you would like to say out loud amongst yourselves at home or write in the comment section the name of a loved one you would like us to take into our hearts with our own, please do so at this time. As we leave this past week, Yom HaShoah, and enter into this coming week with Yom HaZikaron, from Holocaust Remembrance to Israel Memorial, we always remember the 6 million who perished in the Shoah, including the 1.5 million children who have no one to say Kaddish for them. And we mourn the loss of the soldiers and civilians of the state of Israel who have given their lives for our Jewish homeland. May all of their souls be bound up in the bonds of eternal life. Mourner's Kaddish, page 598 or 294. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich machutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael ba'agala v'zman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'le'omei amayah. Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudsha b'richu. Le'ila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min Shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to those who are grieving. As together we say, Amen.
Amen.
Well, we invite all of our bar bat mitzvah kids or under the age of bar bat mitzvah
There's a slew.
to go get some grape
Minor.
juice out of the fridge.
Right.
I'll get our grape juice and challah out now.
Let's join together in a prayer for peace. Ose shalom imromav, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru. Amen. Ose shalom bimromav, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru. Amen. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ose shalom bimromav, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru. Amen.
Before we end, I do want to just say, and I really mean this, if you're having a tough time, if you are feeling lonely, or if you just feel like you want to talk to us, call. Please, I mean it. Don't say, they're busy. They got stuff going on. We do.
We do,
But
we always have time.
not just
We
that.
can make time.
We enjoy connection. Believe it or not, we're extroverts, but we're also caring people, and we love you, and we want you
We
to
do.
call us if you need us.
And we're incredible listeners, too.
Well, you are. I'm much more of a talker myself. Jason is here. Rabbi Mason Barkin is here. Rabbi Byrne is here. Please, I really mean this. Call. Don't say, they're busy. Okay? We've got time. We've got time. We've got time.
We've got time.
Okay? So that needs to be our agreement from now on, because too many people have been calling and saying, I didn't want to bother you. You're not.
No bother.
You're not. If you're bothering us, we'll tell you. I'm just kidding. I'm
He'll tell
kidding. It's a joke. So if you need a listener, call the cantor. If you want someone to talk over you and say, you think you got problems, that's me.
Both are equally effective, I think.
And you know what's funny? Jackie was laughing kind of with me and at me.
Right.
Yeah. She's known me a long time. Let's join together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kinshanu b'mitzvotav v'chatzavanu b'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'b'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron למעשה וראשית, כי הוא יום תהילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים, כי באנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל שבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. Let's lift them up. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
Jesse.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.